folks. Welcome to Spooky Appalachia. I hope y'all have been enjoying these ghost and haint stories this month. We got another one sent in by a fan. One of our Patreons, Linda, sent us a really good one that I'm going to share with you all today. And yeah, I guess I'll go ahead and get into it. It's about an experience she had at the Waterbury Asylum of the insane. Also, since you guys enjoyed the Appalachian Witch video so much, I'll see if I can recreate the voice I used. I actually had a cold when I read that. We'll see how it goes. Hello, Jimmy. I'm sorry that I haven't had time to write with my experiences lately, but I wanted to get one to you after sharing the Williamson Hospital video that you guys filmed. In Waterbury, Vermont, there was a large complex of a building that was used to be the Waterbury Asylum of the Insane. It was built in 1891 and is considered a historical landmark, especially especially for its Victorian architecture. It has a dark and morbid past. It was used to house the criminally insane, people with depression, epilepsy, and salinity, along with the criminally insane. It opened a woman's wing where the women were forced into sterilization. So you get the picture. Eventually, the hospital was closed and it became state offices. I had to bring some paperwork to these offices in either 2008 or 2009. The only way to get the only way to get to the office that I needed to get to was to take the elevator to the basement, walk the entire length of the building underground, and take an elevator up to the offices. As I stepped off the elevator in the basement, I could feel a wall of the most frightening feelings, pain, sorrow of the deepest kind, rage, terror, and insanity. I had to walk this gauntlet, and then I saw them. It was a huge open underground space filled with shadows of human beings screaming, running, curled up in corners, withering on the floor, swaying and moaning. I was terrified. I began to run, and I could feel them behind me. The lighting was dim, and I saw two small rooms used to contain uncontrollable people. Recesses filled with blackest black stairways leading nowhere, encased in cages. I made it to the elevator and to the office. I asked for another way out of the building, but was told there was none. I demanded that someone walk back with me, using a lame excuse. The return trip was to the same, but I stayed close to this woman who seemed to be clueless and also irritated with me. When I emerged, I ran to the parking lot and became ill. I was actually quite ill for over a week. Weak feeling, drained, and not able to eat, not able to work. I vowed to never go to that place again. A month later, my best friend Arlene told me that she had to go to the state offices with some paperwork. They never let you mail it. I knew that she was sensitive like me, and although I had made a vow that I would not let her go alone, and yes, I went through it again, holding my best friend's hand, as she too also experienced this terror. After we left, we were both ill and felt incredible despair, hopelessness of abandoned people who now lived eternally as the shadows in a giant, dimly lit basement. People who were literally tortured or tortured themselves in a call of insanity. No, I have never gone back, and neither has my friend, and I highly recommend that you don't go either. And so, Jimmy, this is my experience at Waterbury Asylum of the Insane. Thank you for letting me share my story. Wow, Linda, thank you. This was an incredible story. I'm sorry you had to go through all that, but it was definitely a great story. I really enjoyed it. Let me know if you guys liked that way of reading. It's a little taxing on my throat. I have a hard time doing long stories with it, but if you all like me reading it that way, I'll try to keep on doing it that way. Yeah, just let me know in the comments what you think. Remember, if you've had a story like this or something that's happened to you, you can send it to me using the Google form in the description, and you can also email it at you can send that to spookyappalachia@gmail.com. And thank you big time to our Patreons, Adam, Alvin, Brandon, Charles, Chris, Danielle, Donald, Jeff, Johnny, Jordan, Julia, Linda, Misty, Cheryl, Taylor, and our content creator Patreons. Scott, who's an author, his link's in the description. Werewolf Radar podcast, a paranormal comedy podcast. Link is in the description there too. And Jared King TV, you all know him. He co-hosts on here all the time. He also does stories from around Appalachia, so be sure and check him out as well. And we will catch you in the next one.